Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is the paid request, this time for Johnny. Go do it for Johnny. Thank you for that. For those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, reviews, re-reviews, topics, randomness, out of blueness, commentaries, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box under pretty much each of these videos. Now this is for an album, The Jacksons' Victory in 1984. I never even knew this existed. Now I'm not going to get into the whole Michael Jackson thing, because there's a whole bowl, that's a whole case of worms that I don't want to get into. I'll just say this. I don't think he did what he was accused of doing. And I think there are a lot of people that lied. I'm not going to sit here and say he was a saint, but I do think he was not as guilty as people made him out to be. And I'll say that. Now, I do like his music. I listen more to his music than the Jackson 5. And this actually has all 6 of the brothers. The only time he had all 6 brothers. You had Jermaine, Jackie, Michael, Tito, Randy, and Marlon. So all 6. Now it seemed like Michael Jackson didn't want to do this, but it was the other brothers that wanted to do it more, because Michael Jackson, this is when, you know, he was just skyrocketed into stardom. And he's like, well, you know what? Okay, fine. And if I understand, Michael Jackson gave his money to charity. Now they did this album, and then they did like a tour. But the weird thing about the tour is that none of the songs on this album are on the tour, which I thought was very weird. You're doing a tour based on this album, but none of the songs on the album are on the tour. I don't know why. I don't know if there's any reason for that. I don't know. If I understand, that tour went to shit where Michael, I don't know the details, something about how they thought Michael was getting too big for his britches, and Michael thought, well, wait a minute, you know, the way you guys are charging money is a bit suspect. Just something about the guy running it in the tour was, oh, you don't make people pay $130 for this many tickets. And Michael was like, well, I have a lot of fans that are not that rich, so I think that's kind of bullshit. But it was a way for them to make money, but Michael Jackson didn't need the money, so he's like, hey, that's a bit bullshit, kind of ripping people off. And there's probably other stuff as well going on. I know by the end, Michael Jackson canceled the tour early. Like, he's like, this is the last time I'm doing this. And never reunited with the Jacksons again. Jermaine, I think he was doing his solo thing. It was kind of, you know, tough to bring him back. And the thing with the album, someone said it best. It doesn't feel like a singular album. It feels like demo for each of their solo albums. Like, if you like this, get Tito's album. If you like this, get Randy's album. If you like this, get this. It doesn't feel like a group effort. At least it didn't to me. And there's 8 songs, give or take. Yeah, Torture, Wait, One More Chance, Be Not Always, State of Shock, which is easily the best song on it, We Can Change the World, The Hurt, and Body. There's 8 songs. And I wouldn't say these songs were bad. No pun intended, you know, bad MJ. But I wouldn't say there's a whole, other than State of Shock, there's not really any of these songs I would re-listen to again. Well, I would say the top 3 songs would be State of Shock #1, Torture I didn't mind. Wait I didn't mind. Be Not Always, it depends if you're okay with a very simple instrumental Michael Jackson. Very simple, very basic, but could be very emotional for other people. Let's start from the beginning. I would say, yeah, State of Shock, then maybe Wait, and then Torture. Every Torture has Jermaine, Jackie, and Michael. It's the only time Jermaine is on there, which I thought was weird. Because Jermaine Jackson, his voice is, I would say, out of the 6 brothers, I think Michael is the best singer. Honestly, I think Jermaine's probably the second best. And then I'd probably go with Jackie? Because Randy I thought was the worst. I did, and he gets like 2 songs. Because Jermaine, Jackie, and Michael did Torture. Jackie did Wait. Randy did One More Chance. Michael did Be Not Always. Michael and Mick Jagger did State of Shock, which I guess at one point was going to be on the Thriller album. But actually, that was going to be Freddie Mercury and Michael Jackson. And there's a version of that on YouTube, and it's pretty damn good. Freddie Mercury from Queen and Michael Jackson. So, if you want to hear, the Queen of Rock and the King of Pop together, State of Shock with them is on YouTube. So, I never knew that was a thing, but that was really cool to listen to. But I do like the song with Michael and Mick Jagger as well. Tito did We Can Change the World. Randy did The Hurt. Marlon did Body. And like the 2 songs with Randy are the ones I like the least. So that's why for me Randy was the worst. And it was so strange that the tour had no songs from this album. It's just strange. Torture I didn't mind. I liked the rhythm of it. I think it was nice to hear all 3 of Jermaine and Michael. Mainly those 2. Wait. I wasn't sure what I thought about it at first. It was going on about, I can't wait for 100 years. Can't hold my tears any longer. And then I started enjoying the chorus. The main, I would call it the chorus, with the part they repeat a lot in these songs. The guitar work and the rhythm of that, and again, Jackie's voice is actually pretty decent. I was enjoying it as it went along, and especially the chorus part. I can't wait for 100 years. Can't hold my tears any longer. I can't sing, so I'm not one to talk. But yeah, the guitar work I enjoyed. The main chorus part I did enjoy. So okay, Torture, Wait. Not minding it. Then I got to One More Chance with Randy. It's a much softer song. I don't think the singing was that spectacular. I can't say spectacular. I literally said spectacular. Very meh, very forgettable song. Some keyboard stuff. One More Chance I just didn't give a shit about. Be Not Always. That's one of the few with Michael on it. I think that was a mistake to not have Michael on this more. But it was because the others wanted their time to shine. But Michael is the best singer. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I guarantee you the songs that got more publicity and popularity were the ones with Michael. But Be Not Always is very simple instrumentations. I mean, I get the idea. I get the, Michael's voice really helps interesting that he did something very simple, but it's very... Babies die helplessly in arms while rockets fly. Time has made promises. Death promises. And a lot of pauses. It just... It felt preachy. It felt like, he's back to the days of Jehovah's Witness, which I think his family was part of Jehovah's Witness, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe that was the case. And from what I understand, Jehovah's Witness will fuck you up. I forget it. I don't know if it's religious or I can't remember the details. So I wouldn't say I liked that as much as I hoped I would, because it's Michael Jackson's song I had never heard. It wasn't bad. And again, Michael's voice is spectacular, but just... But I get the idea. I think the heart was in the right place. Now, State of Shock, again, whether it be the original version with him and Freddie Mercury or this one with him and Mick Jagger, easily the rhythm, both working well together. You gotta be mine, 'cause you're so fine. She looks so great every time I see her face. She put me in a state. I stayed a shot. I know I heard this song before. It was on very briefly in Moonwalker, where before the Moonwalker movie part, it was like these little music videos, and there's a bit that was kind of going through his career, and it had like different types of songs, and this little bit was in it, like an animation of electricity around an album or Michael or something. State of shock. I mean, okay, that's what that is. Okay. So it's nice to hear the full song. We Can Change the World by Tito. The only time I think of Tito is with Rush Hour. I'm Michael Jackson, you're Toto. It's Tito. Tell us what we had for dinner. It's a very Caribbean flavor to it. And I'm just not into reggae Caribbean music. Maybe that's why. So it didn't do much for me. That tone, that feel, that vibe to it. That's just not my kind of music. This doesn't do anything for me. So I was pretty indifferent on that song. And Tito's voice is fine. I'll put it above Randy. But not as good as Jermaine or even Jackie. The Hurt is my second least favorite song. It's Randy again, just like One More Chance. He's singing so high a falsetto, like as if he's trying to be Michael. But I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying. He was singing it so high. Something about can't get away, can't let you go. I could barely understand what the hell he was saying. I would need subtitles. And it kind of got, I don't want to say repetitive, but just, it's all about relationships. I can't wait for 100 years. Give me one more chance. Even the last song, which Marlon is the only one Marlon is on. And that one's trying to be more of the dance song. Girl, I want your body. You know I love your body. Girl, I need your body. Why don't you come home? Does he sound like a rapist? That's why. You sound like, I want your body. I love your body. I need your body. Come, come, come. I was like, okay, you sound like, tie her up and give her, a glazed donut face. And then, people go, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Just keep pumping it all night long. They don't say that, but Pop it until this song is done. You want your body, you need your body, oh yeah, all night long. But his idea is trying to be the dance thing. Maybe it worked in clubs. But I don't know, as I'm listening, I'm like, God damn, dude. You're stalker material. So you need to watch watch the video or listen to the song. Somebody feel like somebody's watching me. Why does it feel like... yeah, because it's this guy watching you. Talk about that what they want, love, and need your body. And why do you come home? Because you're obsessed. You're possessive. Why does it feel like somebody's watching me? So, I don't know about that song. I could say I wanted this album to be better than I thought it was. I thought it started off strong until Randy came along. And then I didn't mind the two, micro songs. Really like State of Shock. State of Shock. It's just a really lame end to it. We Can Change the World, The Hurt, Body. Like, for your album, why not have, like, one big song to end it with Michael? Like, Michael and... Or even, like, Michael and... Tito or something, or... Like, maybe that song Body of Michael Jackson saying it and not Marlon, maybe that would have made it work better? I don't know. But, yeah, it just felt like, hey, this is my song. Go get my album. Here's my song. Go get my album. And it wasn't really, solidarity. At least to me. It's not bad. As in, it wasn't cringe-inducing. It was like, oh my god, is it? So, okay, it's there. Got some high notes to it. Like I said, sorry to Randy Jackson. Don't mean to harp on him, but The Hurt and One More Chance were the two worst ones to me. Marlon, some of the rhythm of the dance, maybe I could deal with. Although, again, if you looked at the lyrics, you're like, Jesus, man. Obsessive, possessive. I wish Jermaine was on this more. I think it's weird that he's only on one, and it's not even him by himself. It's him and Michael. With a little bit of Jackie. That's kind of weird. Like, he came back, and he's only on, like, one... He didn't get, like, a solo song. Because the others did. Like, again, Michael had a solo. Randy had a solo. Jackie had a solo. Tito had a solo. Why did Jermaine not have a solo? I mean, that's pretty strange. Because it's hard to call Torture a solo when there's also Michael and others, but hey, whatever. Love the cover. You see over there, that's a really cool cover. But it's not as spectacular as what that cover makes me think it would be. But again, I've seen and heard much worse albums. But, I don't know if I'd ever listen to this album again. Like I said, a couple decent songs. I would say at least listen to State of Shark. Why do I keep saying State of Shark? I don't know. What is it, fucking Sewer Sharks I'm thinking of? There you go, that's the theme song of Sewer Sharks. The State of Shark. That'd be pretty cool. State of Shock, Torture, and Wait. At least listen to those three songs. And maybe Be Not Always, because, it's Michael Jackson doing something a bit different and very, very simple. Very basic. But still a damn good voice. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.